basically questioning my integrity.
When you think that you know what the right decision is, you have to act on it.
What does Willie need to do? He needs to get out of here.
I'm Irish, we're stubborn.
Wonderful advantage, not making the playoffs 4 years in a row.
Gretzky scores! And the Los Angeles Kings defeat the Maple Leafs.
With the back, running the shooting guard! Some front, taking his head, put comes first goal!
My fourth line center strategy didn't work! Oh no! My elbow to the back of 50 years of failure continues!
This guy's such an idiot here.
All right, Toronto, we are back. And it's time for us to continue our Year 3 season simulation with your Toronto Maple Leafs. Fresh off the 3-1 series defeat last year in the Stanley Cup Final. But we're past that. I'm ready to reload, get back to the Stanley Cup Finals for Year 3. But hold your horses. Before we even get to the playoffs, we got to make sure that we don't miss them. Look at where we are right now. 5th in the Atlantic Division. 1 point behind the divisional playoff spot held by the Tampa Bay Lightning. And if you go over to the Metro, the New York Islanders also have 46 points. So we're just about the halfway mark of 82-game season. We're at 40 games played. So, I mean, we're not in a horrible spot, but we got to start winning games. We have to start winning games right now. And I was trying to figure out exactly why this team wasn't simulating well, because on paper, we're pretty much the exact same team that we had last year. In some ways, we're actually better. Marc-Andre Fleury is on our team from the beginning of the season, an 87 overall goaltender. So when you look at these stats, the goals for per game, I think that's dropped off. That's something that needs to be improved. Goals against per game, that's actually gotten better. We're not allowing too many goals. In previous years, we've scored like close to 4 goals per game and then over 3. So they're weird stats this year. Power play percentage, we're down at 18.8. It's not bad, but that has actually been low in comparison to the last couple of seasons. We've usually been in like the top 2 or even like the top 3 for our division in power play, so that could improve. And then the penalty kill percentage, 77.5. That's always been a weakness for us, but look, it's actually the 4th best in the division. So right now, I can't say that it's a coincidental simulation because we're already 40 games in, right? But I got to figure this out, and I got to figure it out quickly. So when it comes to our forward core, if you look at Austin Matthews, 48 points in 40 games played, solid, but only a +1. So for some reason, our first line is just not simulating well 5v5. They're allowing a lot of goals. Now, he does have some power play points, so he's getting the job done. But if we're going to improve our regular season record, we have to dominate a little bit more with our top line. So I've got to improve that. Mitch Marner on the second line with John Tavares, they're doing just fine. William Nylander, you can see, and Warren Foegele, they're both on that first line with Austin Matthews. So getting that first line going is a priority. Grigorenko on the second line is fine. The third line with Puljujarvi, Sam Steele, Nick Ritchie, the Baconator, they're fine. And then the fourth line, it's a little bit weak, but we're not really rolling the fourth line, and we can always improve on that. So when I look at the forward core, it's just the first line, but they are pluses. And then defensively, Morgan Rielly, 25 points in 40 games played, +8. Ethan Bear, 19 in 40, +10. Timothy Liljegren playing alongside of Morgan Rielly, -2. So there's that first line again. The first line doesn't seem to be simulating quite well. So we got to make some changes here. And Marc-Andre Fleury, doesn't really matter who's in the net. Marc-Andre Fleury's stats are similar to Korpisalo, yet the record, 15, 15, and 1. Although Korpisalo has a record of 7, 1, and 2. So the record's far better for Korpisalo, but the save percentage, I can't put my finger on what the problem here is. So I was doing some pre-scouting on my own. We also had pre-scouting from the Twitch scouts. I've already gone ahead with some strategy. Right now, they're trying to determine the outcome of the presidency of the United States of America. So we're just going to focus on trying to win a Stanley Cup here in Toronto. I was looking at which coaches could be available that we could move on from Kaliko to bring in a new guy. I was hoping that there might be a forward out there, right? And we still have this Franzen guy who's A-, offense A+, defense A-, power play, penalty kill. And I was trying to justify it in my own brain. But the problem with a guy like Lou Franzen is it's not quite the, what is it called? Jade Beckett coaching, combinations or coaching scheme. There's the word that I was looking for. It's not the coaching scheme that we're looking for. So Lou Franzen in a lot of ways is like the coach that we have right now, Kaliko. I'd be able to get some +3s. I might even get the power play to a +5, but we're still going to be weak on the blue line. Morgan Rielly's not going to like the coach, and our penalty kill is not going to be there. So I was hoping we'd get lucky with a coach firing. We're hoping that the Detroit Red Wings fire their coach. That would be the perfect coach for us. But for right now, we're going to run with Kaliko. All right, he got us to the Stanley Cup Finals last season. You can make the argument that it was my fault with the line changes or with the injuries. But when it comes to the pre-scouting, I want to show you guys what I've done. So this is actually an idea from the Twitch Scouts. It's to bring up our young playmaker prospect who's playing down there in the AHL. A lot of people saying suffering down there. Is it Noah or is it Nicholas? Yeah, Nick Robertson. Okay, so he is 21 years of age, 79 overall, medium top 6. Could be a third-line center for the future for us, but I just don't know what kind of chemistry it's going to be if we get that new coach. Now, if you take a look at the chemistry right now for the third line, that's Jade Beckett, right? So if he were to play on our NHL squad of the future, could be a third liner for us, could be a second liner for us. Don't know quite what he would, where he would fit just yet. But with Kaliko, because we already tried it at the beginning of the season, I think we can get that third line to +3. So what we're going to do is, we're going to bring up Robertson, we're going to send down the left-wing grinder that we have, Antoine Roussel. He's got 1 year left, he's on a 2-way deal. I brought him up just for some injury depth. If some other team picks him up, so be it. I am not going to make any changes. Waiver eligible play. Wait, waivers. Roussel. Okay, so Roussel is eligible to be dropped on waivers. If he gets picked up, ladies and gents, so be it. Robertson for Roussel. Bang. No one picked him up, so we still have Antoine Roussel on the team. Let's see. Roussel. All right, good. So I still have that injury replacement if I need it. Now, we're going to go back to the edit line screen. I'm going to bring up Robertson instead of Lizotte, because Lizotte is our fourth-line playmaker right now. We're going to replace him with Robertson. So for the playoff run, that's not bad, but watch this little switch. Watch this little switch. Boom. Okay, so we can get that third line playing a little bit better. It may stunt Sam Steele's growth, but he's going to be an RFA at the end of his contract, so we can always move on from him, and that's going to save us a little bit of money. If we grow Robertson, he'll be ready to go for next year. And what that does for this season, if you look at how we've constructed this team, 2 players with 1. Second line, Tavares Marner with 1. Third line, it's Richie and Puljujarvi with 1. And now the fourth line, Sam Steele. If we could find like a fourth line right wing sniper or a left wing sniper, keep Korshkov, all of a sudden you got 2 guys on the fourth line with 1. I don't mind that. So I'd rather hold on to Steele for 1 season. People are saying to trade Sam Steele, maybe at the end of the year, but we need that depth. We have a 2-year window to try to win a Stanley Cup. I'd love to do that. So Robertson up to the third line now. What we're going to do defensively, because the first line was struggling, I'm going to go Ethan Bear up to the first line along with Josh Manson. We're going to get them playing with that +5 on the first to help out Matthews and to help out all those guys. Riley and Liljegren are clearly our best players, but with no chemistry, that's an 88 and an 85. Manson with a +5 is an 89. Bear with a +5 is an 87. I'm going to go with those 2 guys on that first line. Second line, I want to grow Oliver Shillington, because we just signed him to that 5-year extension, right? And he's 25 years of age. He might lose his medium top 4 potential if we don't jump him up to 82, 83 overall. So it's going to be Shilly and Lilly back alongside one another, and we're going to free up Morgan Riley to play the third line ice time. I know this may hurt Morgan Riley, but he is that versatile 2-way defender that we can mix and match in the lineup. For right now, we got to start winning games to get back to the playoffs. Playoffs, Morgan Riley's on the first line. For sure. But for right now, I got to get this chemistry going. And what we're also going to do is I completely screwed the pooch on this one. I did not realize that I could get +5 on the power play. Look at this. We're going to bring up Warren Fogs instead of Morgan Riley. +5 now on that first line. So Mitch and Matthews and Ethan Bear with that +5. Warren Fogle and Puljujarvi. I'm actually going to take Puljujarvi off that. And we're going to go Mikhail Grigorenko. All right. Grigorenko shoots left. Warren Fogle shoots left. You're going to go on that side because the right-handed shot. So Grigorenko, Fogle, and Bear, the 3 guys that we're trying to grow, all now have that +5 with Matthews and Marner. And it frees up Tavares, Nylander, Puljujarvi. All right, now watch this. I didn't even realize this. I did not even realize this. The man, the myth, the legend on the fourth line, Korshkov. Dun, 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 dun. +5s on the PP for both the first and the second. I didn't even realize. I was doing some of my own pre-scouting the other night. +5s. There it is. So this Leaf team that's built for offense, Hopefully this now should help out our regular season simulation. What I've done is I've changed the power play, both from +3s to +5s, so that's an extra +4 in total. The defensive core, I've gone with a +5 and a +3 and a +1 instead of a 0, and I've gotten the +5 on the first line. And then forward, I would have loved to change this first line a little bit to get it a +3. There are little things I can do, like I can move up Puya Harvey instead of Grigorenko, and we still keep those +3s, right? But I want to grow Grigorenko. That's why we want Foegele and Grigorenko to grow. Because if they come back next year as 84, 85 overall, that's even better for us. A lot of people are saying to trade Morgan Riley. You're forgetting about the fact that once the playoffs hit and we're in real-time sim, he moves up to that first line with Ethan Bear. I just got to get Bear and Shilly going. We got to get them growing. And we also got to start winning games in the regular season. All right? Other than that, we're going to leave the Flower, Marc-Andre Fleury in the net. Jonas Korpisalo is the backup. These two guys, one of them is going to be the trade bait. More than likely, it's going to be Korpisalo. They're going to be the trade bait come the trade deadline. I'd love to get that fourth line right winger or left winger to play alongside of Sam Steele. That's essentially what we could do. Now, the AHL, I'm just going to go best lines. I'm going to reunite Giovanni, McEwen, and Paquette. That's essentially my third line or fourth line once we get the right coach. All right, so I'm holding on to these snipers down here in the AHL. And yes, I know I can grow Jade Beckett down here, but I'm not worrying about growing my AHL squad. All right, we just got to get lucky with a better coach. Kaliko is going to be better than Jade Beckett for like 4 or 5 years. I'm not grooming her for that long. All right, so other than that, we are pretty much good to go. We're going to take this all the way to the playoffs, hopefully. I'm hoping that the injury bug is a little bit lenient, because right now we have Gavrikov, who's out to like February, right? He's got a pretty big concussion. But this time, because I failed miserably in the last trade deadline, or the last 2 trade deadlines, I seem to be like a little baby, just... amazed, there's the word, amazed by the new features that I'm wasting time in the first hour of trade deadline. So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate to the 23rd. I'm going to talk with my Twitch scouts. We're going to go through the potential trades. We're going to look at who's available so that in that first hour, I can make a trade right away, because I don't want someone to get stolen, or I don't want that team to make that player unavailable anymore. So we all have to get on the same page. We'll say on the 23rd of February. So let's get there. All right, so with the +5s on the power play, Ethan Bear and Manson on the first line. Come on now, Fleury. I need some freaking saves, my man. And the first game, yes! A 3-2 victory over St. Louis, a 5-2 victory over the New Jersey Devils, a 3-2 victory over Calgary, followed up by a 3-2 victory over the Vancouver Canucks. We're on fire now, ladies and gents. A 2-1 victory over the Anaheim Ducks, and GM Superb, man, working with his coach, figuring out the chemistry for his players. All of a sudden, the Leafs are back on track. The hangover from the 3-1 loss is done. And Toronto player Yegor Korshkov's been injured with a mild concussion. Estimated return is January 22nd. So let's actually go in there, and because this is a power play change. So if I get an injury to Korshkov, I go with who? Is it Lizette? I can go Lizette. Power. You know what? Jacob Forsbacka. 2-way. Yeah, Jacob Forsbacka. And then the power play. He still gets a +3 on the power play. That'll do. That'll do. There's nothing wrong with that. So JFK goes right in there for Korshkov. And he is also on the penalty kill, I believe, because Korshkov was... Yeah, JFK is a perfect replacement. You know what? Couldn't have happened to a better player on our team. I had that. That's a perfect replacement. JFK for Korshkov. We don't lose much. And Korshkov, okay, it wasn't long at all. I'm just going to continue because I don't want him to get that lingering injury. It seems like we have the All-Star break with no All-Star game in it. EA Sports, I mean, they're... Oh... They are, what's the word? I can't think of any words. What Nostradamus? What's the one who makes predictions? Oh, I can't think of words right now. It is pissing me off. Fan art, you goof. There was no good fan art this time. You guys all made troll fan art making fun of me. I'm not doing that. Get the hell out of here. Psychic? No, the psychic works, but it was another word I was looking for. There was another word. I was like a sightseer or something like that. I don't know. I don't know where my mind is today. So Korshkov's back in there. We'll go to special teams, power play. Korshkov's back on the second line power play as well. And we get that +5. Fortune teller, median, something like that. It was something like seer. A Farsi? I don't know. I was probably wrong. Korshkov. Whatever, boys. It's live. We got to move past it, all right? Never happened. Never happened. You just got to show confidence. They're making fun of me right now. Okay, so we got Korshkov back in the lineup. Now, we are past January 1st, correct? Is there any... Yeah. Was there any... Because now we know Korshkov works for the power play. Do we want to go long-term with him? Hang on a sec. Let me just bring up the contract screen. Let's see what we have. Goaltenders. Okay, so we have Fleury for another 2 years. We have Korpisalo, so we don't need to sign those guys. Defensemen, we got everyone signed long-term now, so we don't need any of these guys. I love my contract situation. And forwards, what do we got? Lizotte, Korshkov. All right, so we signing Korshkov right now. He's going to be a UFA. 2-year extension to match up. I got 1.8 million. One extension right there. It's like a 1-year extension to match Matthews, to be honest. Yeah, 1-year extension. Got to bring him back. He's totally worth it. 1-year extension. Yeah, 1 year. I don't want to go, well, even 2 years, but you know what? I want as much cap space as I can get. If I'm going to re-sign him, I'm going to re-sign him. I don't see him being... He's good on the power play, but I could find another guy for that. 2 years? Nah, I got to free up. We need every little bit of money that we can save when we have to sign Matthews. It's sad, but it's true. So I got to just go 1 year at 1.45. All right, there you go. Korshkov, come on back. Lizotte, no. Forsbacka, Karlsson, no. And Lehkonen, no. Now that I know that Korshkov works in the power play, certainly. But that's not that big of a puzzle piece to find. I can easily find another power forward, like a Warren Fogle, that's going to replace Korshkov if we can't sign him. If we can sign him, then we sign him. If we don't, we don't. So I'll wait on that one. What do we got to do next? We're just waiting on... I got to update my trading block, but as of right now, I'm not making any trades. I got Korshkov back in the line, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, so let's simulate up to the 23rd of February and get in there. Fire the coach? Nah, the coach is playing pretty good. I just didn't have the right chemistry set up. This coach is built for offense. There was no excuse for me not getting the +5s on both power plays. That was a big gaffe by myself. I need to take responsibility for that. We should never have simulated the season. I really thought we couldn't get the +3. I was mixing and matching, but the key was Korshkov. I didn't realize he got there. And once Korshkov got there, I could move Riley off the power play. You know, like... There's a lot of different things there. Martin Marinsson's been injured with a mild concussion, so who's going to go in for... Gavrikhov's not back yet. Shit. Okay, we're going to have a forward playing D right here. How long is Gavrikov injured for? My goodness. Morgan Riley. All right, Morgan, I'm going to need you to play with... This is going to be rough. Morgan, I'm going to need you to play alongside a Lizotte. You know what? Let's get the two-way forward in there. Jacob Forsbacka, Karlsson. Oh, -3. Nah, that ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. I want to win, so we are making roster moves. I'm bringing up a defenseman. Give me an expendable defender. Two-way. Waivers, yes, no. Kokkonen, get your ass up here. You are not waiver eligible, my man. You're getting a chance to play in the NHL. Oh, over the NHL salary cap. Yikes. Trouble. Trouble's afoot. Trouble is afoot. Yeah, see, the trade deadline's going to be real tough this year. Okay. Is there anyone? Waivers? Robertson, but I got him playing on the third line, so that ain't going to work. Robertson was playing well on that third line. Yeah. Let's do this smart. Robertson's not eligible for waivers. Kokkonen, bring him up. Robertson, get back in the AHL. Sam Steele back to the third. Yeah. We got to do this the smart way. This is it's important that we win games. We should make the playoffs, but if I start simulating getting injuries and players mix and matching on the wrong lines, no, we don't need that. So Sam Steele back to the third line, and I will get Lizotte back in there. All right, Lizotte's right in there, and then defensively, Jacob Forsbacka, Karlsson, you're going to get scratched for. Hang on a second. Kokkonen. All right, Kokkonen. Good luck, my man. Have you played in the NHL just yet? Mikko Kokkonen. Toronto AHL. Kokkonen has not played in the NHL just yet. The kid is getting his chance. And he works on the third line. Look at that. Green on the third. What is he? Two-way defender. What's his potential? Medium top 6. Dude, he fits on this team. Yeah, he's a two-way defender that works. I mean, now that's going to be hard to grow a guy like that, but ooh, that's definitely an injury player like the Madison Bowie of last year. You guys got to remember Kokkonen. All right, so Kokkonen, good job, buddy. That's a good fit. And then on the bench, who do we have now? We have Marinsson injured. Get fucking 2 defenders. All right, so when that happens, then I'm going to send Kokkonen back, bring up Robertson again. It's a whole mess right now. But at least before all this started, we started to win some games. So we should be in a good spot no matter what happens. Robertson's back playing top line AHL ice time. And look at that, the last 2 games, 4-1 loss to Buffalo, 5-4 loss to Calgary. But there you go, 5-0 win over, oh man, Warren Foes goes down with an injury. So that's going to be, I'm going to replace player. That's going to be JFK. Let's just see what happens here. Martin Marinson's available to play. I'm just going to continue. We got I think a bunch of players are coming back in this next week. Hang on. That's a win over New Jersey, a win over Montreal. Yeah, Gavrikov, perfect. All right, so let's just get to the end of this week after Dallas. Stop the sim. Stop the sim. All right, right there, the 18th. Now let's simulate up to the 19th. Let's just get it done. Okay, so 34-21-3. We're right before the trade deadline. These Leafs look rejuvenated, re-energized after the old line changes. Now what we need to do is completely reshape the lineup again before the trade deadline. I want to know what I have. So who's back? Fogel's not back. Marinson's back, and Gavrikov is back. So that means that Kokkonen has got to be sent down. So Kokkonen, what did he do in the NHL? 5 games played, 1 goal, a +5, playing alongside of Morgan Riley. Not bad there, Kokkonen. All right, good job. We got that +1. He came through for us. So now what I do is I send Kokkonen back down because he's not waiver eligible. That'll be my 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, my 7 defensemen, right? And then forwards, I bring back up Noah Robertson, and then the other guy who is on the forward core, who is it? It's Korshkov. He's not going to be injured, and he'll be back. Something like that. So I think that's it. No waivers for Robertson and Kokkonen. Yep, we're good. Very good. Hang on a second. Whoa. Man, the lines look weird. Okay, I thought the lines went best lines there for a second. Thank God. All right, so is Warren Foegele back? Where is Foegele? Fogel's a right winger? What? Okay, what's going on? Where's Warren Foegele? Okay, so Warren Fogel's the one still in here. That's why. Okay, I'm getting all confused here. So JFK is going to play on that first line. Grigorenko, Tavares, Marner. Lizotte, Steele. I take out Lizotte. I put in Nick Robertson. There it is. All right, now scratch players. Marinson's not getting in there. Foegele, I got to wait. I got to get Gavrikov back in there. Okay, so there is the 4th line of Lehkonen, Steele, and Korshkov. Now Gavrikov. This should be interesting because I don't think Gavrikov's going to work with Morgan Riley. But what we could do, we could have some fun here. Oh, hell yes. Schilly and Gavrikov playing alongside of one another for that +5 on the second, and we demote Morgan Riley and Timothy Liljegren back to the 3rd line. What we can do with this is reshape the lines when we get to the playoffs, but get these guys playing above their current overall so that they grow. Bro, that 3rd pair, I know. It's what I'm doing is I'm trying to utilize chemistry for growth, all right? This is not going to be our playoff run, but I like this. Put Lilly and Riley to the 1st. We do that, and we don't get the plus. And they weren't simulating well with that, right? We're winning games with this. No, I'm doing it. And you guys are forgetting the fact that 3-on-3, the ice time is allocated to all roll all the pairings. So they're getting even ice time. Morgan Riley's just not getting any power play time, which is kind of frustrating. But, oh, you know what? While JFK's in there, I could put Morgan Riley while we're waiting for Warren Foegele to come back. Hang on. Just to give him a few extra points. Some more ice time. There you go, Morgan Riley. So we can get a +3 with Morgan Riley on that first line power play. Now, who else? Scratch players. Marinson, Foegele, Lizotte. So let me just go through the lines quickly here to make sure we're good. So I still got to get that first line going. In fact, nope, that doesn't work. Nope, nobody on that first line is going to work. So it's just JFK. You get to play there, buddy. Deal with it. Defensively, looks good. Special teams, power play. I just got to replace Morgan Riley for Foegele. The second line is still good. 4-man power play. Looks good. Penalty kill. I'm not changing these. 3-man penalty kill. Not changing that. Extra attackers. Not changing that. Goaltenders. Marc-Andre Fleury and Korpisalo. Yep. Okay, we're good. So we are just waiting on Warren Foegele to get back from injury, all right? Back to the lines. This is the AHL squad. Let me just go best lines of the AHL. And let me get my 3 grinders playing alongside of one another. Always. They're going to make themselves so much better for next year. Trade Riley, waste on the 3rd pair. I'm not going to be using him on the 3rd pair come the playoffs, guys. We just need to grow. I want to grow Gavrikov, Shillington, and Ethan Bear. So I'm doing it. All right, so calendar, we have our team back. We're just waiting on Warren Fogle. Now what we need to do is just get to the 23rd, take a look at the roster, take a look at any potential trades that we could make, and then go into the trade deadline prepared this time, all right? Oh, I'm getting injuries everywhere. Jesse Puljujarvi's been injured with a sore foot. Estimated return is March 1st. It's not too long. It's like a week. So it should be less than a week. But yeah, man, we are getting injured. So some trades for some depth injuries might be something that we want to do as well. All right, so here we are. We're at the 23rd. Let's take a look at everything. I will absolutely save the game. Hang on a second here. Save game. And yes, we can take a look at the record book as well. I haven't done that yet. See these young Leafs start to just take over all the Toronto Maple Leaf records as they play here. All right, so 66 points in 61 games played for Austin Matthews. Now, we started the video. We're taking a look at the individual team stats, right? Well, let's see if any of these have changed. So goals for per game, yeah, we're not scoring enough goals, but our goals against is going in the right direction. So we're actually keeping the puck out of the net. But we were above like 3.5, close to 4 in previous years. So is it the power play again? No, the power play's gone up. We were at 18 before, and now it's at 19.5. So power play is just fine. Penalty kill What? What happened? I didn't even make changes to the penalty kill. What happened all of a sudden? The penalty kill is 81.5. I don't know what I did. JFK? Home record 16-12-3. Away record at 20-10. Our last 10 is 6-4-0. You would a two-way? Maybe. Player stats. Let's take a look at these individual players. Again, the first. Look at this. He's a -4. I can't get that first line going. John Tavares looking good. William Nylander, Mitch Marner, Warren Fogle. But then again, Warren Fogle has been injured now for a few games. That might be hurting us. Mikhail Grigorenko, Jesse Puljujarvi, Sam Steele, Richie, Korshkov, all these guys. Robertson, in 16 games played, he's got himself 5 points, and so even the +3 on that third line is still not meaning that they're dominating. Defensively, Morgan Riley, there you go, Ethan Bear, +20, yeah. So you want to grow Ethan Bear, this is the kind of season that he needs to have. Even Shillington with 20 points, that's good. Good. And what about goalies? Jesus. Should we be going automated goalie rotate? Like, what's going on? 11, 1, and 2. That's crazy. Corpy, babe. Well, I might want to just keep them both, right? Flowered, choking. I don't know what that is. I have no clue. Well, we're still winning games, so like the automated goalie rotation is working out for us. But Fleury's, I don't get it. That's a weird one. All right. Hang on one second. All right. A little congested today, but that's all right. We'll push through. So, yeah, the next thing, the trading block, right? So when you look at this team, all I see is just a little bit of depth. We have to prepare for injuries. I think that this team is good enough to go on a Stanley Cup playoff run. Forget about Jacob Forsback or Carlson on that first line, right? Puljujarvi and Fogle. So the injury bug is hitting us once again. We had 2 players out with injuries in the Stanley Cup Finals last year. It was Grigorenko and Merrill. This time around, we're not in the playoffs just yet, but if we can get a little bit of luck with the injuries, but then on top of that, bring in, oh man, I keep on contradicting my own thoughts here. I'd love to bring in some depth, but we're right at the top of salary cap. So to get depth, we'd have to free up the $4 million in Korpisalo and bring back like 2 or 3 players at less than $1 million. If you don't have depth, then you're keeping Korpisalo just in case, and you just got to hope that you don't get injured, right? There's a lot to do here. So what I do like Robertson on that third line, all right? I think that's a great upgrade. That's going to help us spread the lines around. Sam Steele, I think we just got to upgrade Lehkonen. Keep Korshkov, but get like a veteran winger for the fourth line just for one season, and that could be something that helps out during the real-time sim. And then if you get some luck with the injuries, but I could use a defensive substitution. Kakkonen works with the chemistry, but he's not good enough overall wise. And if I keep my goalies, then at least I have 2 goalies if one of them go down with an injury, right? It's just a salary cap. We're right there at the top, and I can't free up any. Okay. So the next thing that we want to do is understand our trading assets, right? So let me just go to find trade. I want to see what the other teams would suggest. So let's go forwards. All right. Let's just see what kind of value we got here. Matthews, no. Marner, no. Tavares, no. Puljujarvi, no. Sam Steele, no. Richie, no. No. Robertson, no. Patan, yes, but no value. So, Paquette, no value, no value. This guy value, Peltier. Peltier, I don't know if we're going to, but he's the same as my prospects. I'm not going to trade those guys right now. I'll wait to see what we can get for them at the trade deadline. I'm looking for the big fish that we could trade. Riley, Liljegren, Manson. What about, hang on a second. What about that Cairns guy? You think he's going to become anything? 59 overall, 19 years of age. Let's see what kind of progression. Because that's a high, like, trading asset that we could absolutely move on from if he's not going to be a part of this team. Now, third line center of the future, it might not be something that I want to blow up on, but is it going to show me? If he's not in the AHL, is it going to show me? Yeah, Cairns. Modified, current, 19. He went up by 11. What do you guys think? Not going up as fast as these other guys. Asset management. Yeah, I know. If he's going to be something good, then absolutely we shouldn't trade him. But if he's going to be a bust, like we've seen those medium elites that start off well, but by the time they're 20, if they're not like in the high 60s or low 70s, well, let's see what we can get for him. Yeah, that's a good, let's just see what we can get for him. All right, so if I go Cairns, because that's so much trade value. All right, fine trade on the open block. Paul Byron, get the, don't swear, decline the trade, do not swear. It's fine, get the hell off. I'm not, okay, so we're not going to do that. Defenseman, no. Do I have any prospect defenseman that I would trade away? This Hendry guy, but let me see. This guy's actually pretty good. See what I mean, though? 69 at 19 years of age. Compare him to the center, Cairns. Hendry for 2/3, thirds, draft picks, Graves, a defenseman. Nah, nothing. Ilya Kovalchuk, don't need... Joe Thornton and Ilya Kovalchuk. That's the only thing Kovalchuk sucks is $3 million. But like a guy like Jumbo Joe Thornton, that is what I'm talking about when it comes to depth. $1.5 million, and you get them to retain half of that. So he's making like $7.5K, and he's just sitting on your bench. That's the kind of veterans for the fourth line that I'm looking for. But Sam Steele's already playing center, and we got Robertson who's playing center. We have center playmakers up the wazoo. I don't need Joe Thornton. It's just that type of player is the point I'm trying to make. And goaltenders. Yeah, what does Marc-Andre Fleury's got? Fleury's got a little bit of trade value, but yeah, it's Corpusalo. What do we got for Corpse? Buffalo and Devon Tay. So not much. Not much here. Decline the trade. Decline. Okay, so we're not getting great trade offers coming in. So what we can do is just go through each team and see what they're looking like. Hang on a sec. Kovalchuk's nice, but $3 million. Like, look at our cap space. We're 93.7 out of 94.5. I'd have to trade roster players for guys who are pretty much at the same salary, right? So the Anaheim Ducks are once again looking like they're going to make the playoffs. What are they giving up? Nobody. All right. I want to go through the teams that have shitty records. The Arizona Coyotes have a shitty record. Who do they want to give up? Oh, my God. His trade value. For the fourth line, Phil Kessel. Okay, let me think about how I can make this work. How in the hell would you make Phil Kessel trade work? All right, so let me just add Phil Kessel there. The first thing you'd have to do is you'd have to retain all that money, all of it. Okay, so hang on. This could be legendary. You bring Phil Kessel back, President Kessel back to show the boys how he gets it done in Toronto. He wins the cup with Toronto. This is just okay. Kessel. And he probably works out in the power play as well. That goal score, remember what Ovechkin and Stammer did for us in the bottom six with Seattle? This could be massive. Okay, so if I'm getting Kessel, I'm over the cap. Now, what do we do for the cap? I'm going to have to free up something here. So all skaters, let me see my highest caps it hits. It's got to be somebody on the NHL squad that goes. No. Gavrikov, I got to keep Gabby. Grigorenko, I can't trade the Korshkov. Got to keep Korshkov. But Korshkov. Because I can go steal. No, I just signed Korshkov to an extension. I don't know what to do. I don't know if this is going to help out or going to hurt us in the long run. Because it would be Lehkonen, right? So there's the roster player right there. The league approves the trade. It kind of does work. I just don't know. Once I'm in there and I'm trying to move players around, that's going to be a pain in the ass. Sam Steele, yeah. But that's not asset management, right? You guys are suggesting Sam Steele. Sam Steele's going to be on our team again for next year and then as an RFA for the year after that. Now, you trade Steele. Why would you trade Steele? Because I'm trying to get Phil Kessel to play along Sam Steele on the fourth line, the sniper playmaker combination, right? I'm just trying to think about the cap space. Like, if it doesn't work, then I can just move Korpisalo. That's not a big deal, right? And then it works. I'm just trying to think of, like, defensemen. Like, Marinson is cheap. There's no point in trading him. These guys are all cheap. Yeah. Okay. Picks. Well, yeah, what do they want? It's not, like, I can easily get this trade. This is not a hard trade to make go through. I'm just trying to think about what I can... Okay, so they want Matthews. I'm not giving you any of these guys, but Sayev, Peltier. I would give them one of these young prospects. All right, so I'm going to let the Twitch scouts jump in right here. We have a lot of playmaker prospects. Agerchintsev, Hallander, and Peltier. Which one should we move on from? Peltier is younger. He's better overall. I got 2 centers, so it's pretty much Hallander or one of these two guys. One of these two guys could go. They're both 22, 170 overall, 169. Hallander, 72 for faceoffs. 78, yeah, Hallander probably. Just because the faceoffs of Simeon Agerchintsev. I say Hallander just because the lower what's it called, faceoff rating. Yeah, Hallander, Korpisalo. I want to see if I can make Korpisalo work. I don't know if it's going to. It's going to be a shit show. But this is Phil Kessel, so I got to make it work. Okay, so Hallander it is. So we'll get rid of Hallander. We'll keep on, we'll hold on to Peltier and Agerchintsev. So we still have those center playmakers, but we also have Noah Robertson. So these are the expendable prospects for sure. So they're getting the roster player, they're getting the prospect. And then to make sure I'm not fleecing the game, because Phil Kessel is a legit stud, draft picks, we're going to give them a second. All right. So green light. Do I have a green light? In fact, if I'm getting a second, you guys can give me a fourth back, all right? So they're getting a roster player they don't want, they're getting a prospect, and they're getting a second for a rental that they're retaining cap, and they're giving up that fourth. Overpay, not a second, way too much. I disagree. You're getting yourself a legit 1-year rental who's capable. I mean, he's got himself almost 40... Yeah, he's got himself over 40 points in 61 games played. Now, I don't mind when you guys accuse me of getting fleeced. I never want to be accused of fleecing the computers. I am not fleecing the computers here. I'm giving up a lot. Kessel is a legitimate goal scorer. I should be giving up a first, but I'm not. So, Lehkonen, Hallander, a second for Phil Kessel, and a fourth. Will it go through? Ah! Welcome back, Phil Kessel! Yes. Oh my god. How is this going to work though? I don't know. I might have just screwed up the salary cap. Hang on. Oh, the cap space. 0.167. Yikes. Injuries are going to suck for us, man. Defenseman. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Marinson, you're going to be going up and down. If I lose Marinson to waivers, so be it. Forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jesus. Is Kessel on the team or is he in the system? Oh, he's on the team. Good. So I think I can make it work. Hang on. Edit lines. I just can't bring anybody else up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yep, the team's starting to come together. Now, what does he play? Second line. Probably like put like Kessel there, like Richie. There might be some weird ass combo that I can do. All right, so that's cool. I can get Kessel going on that second line once the playoffs start. But remember, we want to grow Grigorenko, so I'm going to keep him playing right there. Kessel on the first line, though, while our boys are out. Yeah, I'll get Kessel going with Matthews and Nylander on that first line while we're waiting for Warren Fogle to come back. Grigorenko, you know what? We're about to hit the trade deadline, right? So I'm going to have to do all these line changes again by myself. Yes, yes, yes. Scratch players, Marinson. So I need these 3 guys to come back. Those will be the 3 injury players, so that's not a big deal. And then the power play. Let's see what the power play looks like with Phil Kessel on it. Lazat. Come on, if Phil gives me a +5, it's over. It is over. He kind of works, I think. Riley. Yeah, if I get instead of Grigorenko, if I get Pulya Harvey, and if I put Kessel there, I'm pretty sure I get a +5. It's because of Morgan Riley right there. Yep. All right, so perfect. So Phil's going to play on the second line power play for right now with Johnny T and Willie Nee. But when all of our injuries come back, I got a team here. I have depth, and come the playoffs with the real-time sim, even if teams can score on us, I got 3 lines that can score. I got a defensive core that can score, and I have a goaltender. 2 goalies, if I can keep Korpisalo. Because I really don't see us needing to make any trades, unless Unless it just becomes where I need to make that Korpisalo trade to free up that cap space. I don't know. Okay? But if we get lucky and we don't have to worry about injuries from now to the end of the season, then we'll be good. Because I'll have Puljujarvi and Fogle come back. And that will put, what's it called? It will put Lizotte and Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson on the bench. And then Marincin. So JFK, Marincin, and who? JFK, Marincin, and Lizotte are all on the bench. That's not that bad. Okay. So there it is. Welcome back to Toronto. Phil the Thrill. Look at our salary cap. 96.130 over 94.5. What did I do? Oh, God. I cannot make any changes. I might have gone over the cap. Uh-oh. No. It's probably because of the AHL. They're just not counting towards my cap, but the total salary cap is up there. Okay, so there's not really any trades that I'd be willing to make unless it's Joonas Korpisalo just to free up some cap space to get a defensive replacement for Marincin and a defensive replacement for not JFK, but Lizotte. Okay, so let's advance the day. Up against the Columbus Blue Jackets, Phil Kessel's first game back, baby. You know, we gotta jump in. I gotta see what he does on the first line here. Gotta see what he does. Give him an A. Oh, I gotta make sure he's number 81, right? I gotta make sure. No, he doesn't get the A. It's a new team. Phil Kessel's back as the veteran. So against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Oh! It's meant to be, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Kessel returns to the Toronto Maple Leafs and buries his first shot against the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's as if he's never left. Yes! That's right. I want it. Where's the damn subscriptions coming in? Where's the C is for Cookie? With John Tavares, Phil Kessel, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, William Nylander. This Toronto Maple Leaf squad is absolutely jam-packed, stacked, full of offensive threats. Phil Kessel can still get it done. Yes! Power play. Our power play should be better as well. Oh my God. All right. So asset management, right? That is not what's it called? An example of asset management. However, we're a team that missed the Stanley Cup by 1 game last year. And what did I trade away? I traded away our 3rd-rated playmaker prospect and a draft pick. So I didn't give up Nick Robertson. I mean, 4th-rated, right? Because Nick Robertson would be the first guy. So I really didn't give up anything for our roster. Gave up a 2nd-rounder, which is a lot, but we still have 2 seconds and a 1st, and we still have our roster intact. So that's what I mean about taking the shot off the veteran. It's very good. I think that was a solid trade. Pierre-Luc Dubois scores for the Columbus Blue Jackets. 3rd period underway. I might have to jump in if this is a tie. I got to see Phil back in those blue and whites, baby. And maybe with the GM mode update that's coming, I'll actually be able to see player names on the ice. Power play for Columbus late. It goes nowhere. Oh, Kessel and Tavares. I'm telling you, he's an absolute beast. Arizona stifled this man's confidence. All right, but I got him back in Toronto, and I got him with, he's not playing with Tyler Ballsacker or any of these goofballs anymore. Mikhail Grabovski. No. Brett Connolly. No. He's got Austin Matthews and John Tavares as his 2 centers now. Phil, baby. Phil. All right, any assists for Phil? 2 point to +2. 6 shots. Oh, I love it. What a trade. Thank God Arizona was garbage. That's such a good trade for us. Where's the save? Where's the save now? Dude, the playoffs this year is going to be lit. Kessel back in Toronto. The overtimes with Kessel, I'm going to have him every time. I'm going to be having Kessel out there. Every line. Every damn line. Oh, yeah, we got to check out. Yeah. Hang on. Progress reports, captains, and jerseys. Hang on. Where is he? Yes! No one took his number 81. Now, Matthews, Tavares, I can't, and Riley, nah. I don't even know. Did Kessel even play with Morgan Riley? I think he did. I can't remember if Riley was in the 2013 loss against Boston. I don't think he was. I think he showed up the next year. I can't remember, though. So they're the only 2 guys who are on the same team, but it's a brand new Leaf squad, so Phil Kessel got to get used to it. He did for 1 year. Okay. It's a sketchy memory going back that far now, but yeah, like this Leaf squad is brand new. So we have the trade deadline. The only thing I'd be thinking about doing is Korpisalo, but if I can keep Korpisalo and no one else gets injured, that's really good because I have the depth in the net now. So let us do it. Yeah, let's get to the trade deadline. Sim to next game. Let's just advance the day. Yeah. Okay, so update trade status. I'm going to be a buyer again just to see what comes our way. Trade deadline, enter the trade deadline. Okay, so I got to be quick. And concise. Here we go. Enter the trade deadline. Bang. What do we got? Oh my God. Nathan Why did we trade for Phil? Why did we trade for Phil? I don't have the money to go after Nathan McJesus and Pasternak. My God. They both have 1 year left, only making $6.3 million. Free agency this year is going to be unbelievable. I guess the Colorado Avalanche were unable to sign Nathan McKinnon to an extension. Same thing for the Boston Bruins. Good. So the Boston bitches are out of our way. Tuukka Rask as well. Matthew Dumba of the Minnesota Wild. Oh, wait a minute. Trade alerts. Philadelphia Flyers trade Ginning, a third. Rafkin to the San Jose Sharks in exchange for Riley Smith. Okay. Demko's in there. Devin Dubnyk, Timo Meier. You guys have to understand, though, we're already over the salary. So I don't... Evgeny Malkin, John Focus. Guys, we already made our trade. We made our Phil trade. I don't have... So watch. If I go to find trade, the only thing that we can do now is a straight-up goalie to free up that cap space, right? Now, I don't want draft picks. I want the playoff run. So if I get, like, a depth defender here, Hall, 1 year, that's not bad. Like, if I got another forward in that lineup, that's what you could do. You could flip Korpisalo for a defenseman and a forward from Arizona. Danny Deke, but 2 years left, no thank you. Hall again with Ullmark, so there's the backup, Ullmark and then Hag. That could be a decent trade if we wanted to go through with it. Nosek, Johnny Boychuk, no. John Merrill, no. 3 years left. Edmondson, no. Kempney, no. There's a goalie, Jamie Oleksiak. So you get your goalie backup, you get a third, and you get a defensive depth player in Jamie Oleksiak. That's not bad. Dumoulin Bortuzzo, Tristan Jerry, 2 fourths. Ekholm, a third, and Carrick. Namath, a third. Ilya Kovalchuk. Yeah, you can get some veterans in there. Scandella, Colin Miller, Calvin DeHaan. Okay. So the Twitch scouts. Don't worry, we don't have to rush this one because Korpisalo, don't worry. What do you guys think is more valuable for a team in our position? A legitimate backup goalie who, if we suffer through injuries to Marc-Andre Fleury, or if he's just not playing well, we have a guy that we can go to, or running with Marc-Andre Fleury and having injury depth on the blue line and up front. Trade for Mac? I'm not trading for Mac. I am putting my foot down. Not trading for Mac. Johnny T for Mac. You know what? If you were trying to... You know what? I'll just show you guys. The fans want me to talk about this, so I'll talk about it. This is a perfect example of how you can cheese the system, all right? 1 year left. Nathan McKinnon. They're willing to give him up. I'll go John Tavares, who's, 2 years older. 3 years left, 11 mil, because I'm going to be paying that to Nathan McKinnon. And on top of that, we might as well go with, because it's Nathan McKinnon. You're getting yourself a franchise player, and this will be like a depth draft pick. Boo! You could do that, right? No, we can't do that. We're not going to do that. Cap space? Yeah, we couldn't even do that. You're right, cap space. No, we're not going to do that. Trade for Mac. No, we don't have the cap space. The only thing that we can do now is flip Korpisalo for depth. I want to show you guys, there's only one more thing to do. We took on Phil Kessel's $3 million. That was all the flexibility that we had. We took a shot. So, if we go with Fleury as our guy, we flip Korpisalo, we free up that $4 million, right? I can go Riley, Liljegren, Manson, Bear, Gavrikov, Schilly, and then get a 7th defenseman who's better than Marinson, a guy who's like 79, 80, 81 overall, right? And then on top of that, forwards, you got your top 9. You even have your Kessel and Sam Steele. You could upgrade, what was it called, either Robertson or Korshkov, or just get the upgrade to JFK. So you're either trading Korpisalo and upgrading Marinson and JFK, or you're holding on to Korpisalo and you're just holding on to that depth that we have. Dumba to Dallas, you dumbass. Oh, hang on. I wasn't even taking a look. Trade summary. Hang on. Winnipeg Jets trade Z Knights and a third to the Boston Bruins in exchange for a third, Bjork, and a 6th. Trade summary. I'll go through the trade summaries. Hang on, guys. The Dallas Stars acquire Matt Dumba. Okay, so that's the big one. Dallas gets their hands on Matthew Dumba in exchange for a first and Thomas Harley. I believe he's a defensive prospect. Matheson goes to the Islanders. Pittsburgh acquires Cousins. Timo Meier. Wow, so Dallas gets their hands on Timo Meier, and they get their hands on Matt Dumba. Very nice. The Dallas Stars are loading up for a Stanley Cup push. But good thing we won't have to run into them until the Stanley Cup Finals. All right. And with Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin, I don't know if Ben Bishop is still going to be good. That's very interesting. So, again, what do you guys have to say? Timo Meier? Yeah, I got him already. What do you guys have to say? Trade Korpisalo and upgrade Marinson and upgrade JFK, or hold Korpisalo just in case? Trade or just in case? You guys can spam those things. JVR and Bozak? No, I'm not going after those. I can't afford Bozak. And JVR's like making like $7 million, isn't he? A second rounder to Minnesota in exchange for a third, Saucy, and a fourth. Bozak and JVR. Well, you know what? Let's go to, instead of the top 10 players, let's go to available just to see who's on the market here. Malkin's there. Bertuzzi. Gorgiev. He didn't even get a contract. Zucker. Wenberg. Schmidt. Captain Keith Yandel. Graves. Myers, Burns. I can't afford any of these guys. There's no way. Varlamov, Vatanen, Pajot. We got to trade. The New Jersey Devils trade Crawford and House the Arizona Coyotes in exchange for Myers and Danny DeKaiser. So the Arizona Coyotes are clearly unloading all of their big guys. Ullmark from Arizona. So we could definitely, let's see what Ullmark's all about. Hang on. Because I think I could do this. Like, Ullmark is, what's he at? As a goalie, he is 83 overall. See what I mean? Like, you could go Ullmark as your backup goalie. I could go, just give me any defenseman that you're willing to give up. Justin Hall. Yeah, perfect. Justin Hall. All right. And then, like, give me another forward. So this is essentially what you could do for Korpisalo. You're not getting a lot of picks or anything like that back out of him. What you're just doing is bringing in players who can play Skeevier. 1 year. Lehkonen. I just traded Lehkonen there. Lowry. 1 year. Yeah, Lowry. All right, so it'd be like something like that. Buffalo got Demko. Oh, God. All right, so Ullmark, I would get you to retain half of that. Hall, I would get you to retain half of that. And you, Lowry, I would get you to replace half of that. Another trade coming in. Vegas Golden Knights trade Seacart, a third, a fifth, and Prokop to the San Jose Sharks in exchange for Ilya Kovalchuk and Brent Burns. My God, the Vegas Golden Knights love paying their veterans, don't they? They got Brent Burns, they got Pietrangelo, they got Stone, they got Pacioretty, they got Kovalchuk. Good God. All right, so how much money is that? 1.5, 2.5, 3. Yeah, so if I were to acquire these three players, and in exchange for these three guys, go Korpisalo. All right, Korpisalo, defenseman, hang on, it would be Marinson. Trade alert, Carolina Hurricanes trade Ryan Suzuki and A. Honka to Colorado in exchange for Graves and Eric Johnson. Carolina, last year they got captain, or was it Nick Leddy? Nick Leddy. This year they get Eric Johnson. They love getting their defenseman at the trade deadline, my God. So Marinson, and then the forward that I would be replacing would be, who is it again? It's JFK. Yeah. Okay, so that's essentially the trade. Oh, they will. Okay, so they can't even do that. So I probably have to, yeah. Oh, right, because I took Phil Kessel from them, and they're already retaining. So how much is that then? 1.8, 2.8, 3. No, that's more. I'm giving up more money. No, we're going to be in a worse salary cap situation with that, I believe. No, I think we'll be okay, actually. Yeah, because Marinson and JFK's money is in there also. Yeah. What do you guys think? That's the trade that would work out for us. We're getting a defensive substitution in Hall. We're getting a face-off man in Lowry. And we're getting a backup goaltender. And we're just getting Korpisalo off the team. That's good. But I would, honestly, at this point, I'd like to hold on to Korpisalo just in case Fleury's not working. You know? You have injured players. Yeah, but they're still counting on the don't worry. I don't see the point. Yeah, neither do I. Like... If we don't get injured, then holding on to Korpisalo is the better bet. If we do get injured, obviously. But I think I'm going to hold on to him. Red light, yeah, I agree. I think I'm going to hold on to him, guys. That Phil Kessel trade, that was a big one to pass up, but that pretty much killed our flexibility. If everything pans out, it'll be fine, but no, we can't do anything. Okay, so I don't know if anyone's got the cap or the assets to trade for McKinnon, Pasternak, Landeskog's in there now, too. Oh, my God. They're getting rid of everyone, dude. What is happening? Bozak, the fourth line center. Is Bozak available? Joe Thornton's there, 1 point. Hall is there. But I can't take on any more money unless I'm trading away Korpisalo. That's the whole point here. Shane Wright by Winnipeg is on the block. Good God. No, I don't think Bozak would have popped up. That ain't gonna work. No, I like this. This is fine the way it is. So, you know what? Can I find any trade for McKinnon? No. Pasternak? Well. Riley Cairns 2 firsts for freaking Pasternak. Get the hell out of here. Decline that trade, Pat. Decline that trade. Get the hell out of here. Could you imagine me trading Matthews to freaking Boston? Oh my god, I'd be killed. Landeskog, what do you got? No trades. Tuukka Rask, what do you got? No trades. Eric Stahl, I don't want you. Dubnyk, Charlie Coyle. Malkin, what do you got? No trades. Bertuzzi. All right, so we got a little bit of a slow trade deadline. What do you guys want me to do? Can I just end it? If I'm done, can I end it? Or should I watch it just in case anything happens? Because I can do some power of video editing here for YouTube as well. I don't feel any pressure to focus because I got my team. You know what I mean? You can back out, watch till the end. All right, what we will do is we will use some power of video editing. Me and the Twitch Scouts will stay here. If anything else pops in, we'll jump back. But we're going to take it to the end. We got 2 hours to go. Let's see what happens. Okay, so here we are, noon trade deadline. It has been completed. You didn't miss much, don't worry. The YouTube crowd. There was a few more trades that happened, but nothing gigantic. The Dallas Stars are clearly loading up for a playoff run. They traded their prospect Ty Dellandrea to the New York Islanders. The Edmonton Oilers, they get themselves Joakim Nygard from Colorado. I thought it was going to be Nathan McKinnon. That would have been great. Zucker goes to Washington. I think I showed you guys that one already. All right, so there is the trade deadline. I'd say the Dallas Stars were the winner. They made some big ones, but there wasn't any gigantic trades like there were in year number 1. All right, Patrick Marleau is placing him on waivers. 79 overall. 1 year, 7.5. Bring him back. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. The only thing is, if I bring him back, is that gonna hurt? Because I might have to bring him up or drop him. I don't even know. What has he been doing so far in the season? Hang on. Just, I traded Lehkonen. We have Kessel. 53 points. 53 games played, 8 points, a -1. I mean, he doesn't do much. He'll be in the AHL. He'll go straight down to the AHL if I grab him. Yeah, but it'll add more to my salary cap. I don't want to screw... No, I don't want to screw around. Decline. I don't want to screw around. I do not want to screw around. We're not going to do that. Okay, so we are done the trade deadline. Let me edit my lines, and we will see what we got here. Are they still the same? Lizotte, Robertson, Ritchie. Are the lines the same? Hey, they're the same. All right, good. We don't have to do any crazy. So I think the glitch that happens after the trade deadline is just if you make any roster trades. Thank God. All right, so is Warren Fogle still injured? Okay, so the lines are still the same, so we're not making any changes just yet. So let's continue to simulate. Fat-ass Phil Kessel's on that first line with Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews, but we are waiting for Puljujärvi and for Warren Fogle to get back. We have 2 goaltenders. We're just going to leave it on automated goalie rotations. Whoever takes it to the end, takes it to the end. But Korpisalo, I mean, he's playing like the starting goaltender. Marc-Andre Fleury, barely above freaking 500. Dallas is placing Tyler Fadoon on waivers. Decline. I'm not going after him. I'm fine. All right, so let me just continue a few days here. We got back-to-backs up against Boston and Ottawa. Let me get through those 2. Even, you know what? Let me get through the game up against the Philadelphia Flyers. Right there. Simulate up to that. So there's 3 in a row. We lose to Philly. 40, 23, and 3. So at the start of the video, we were just above 500. The good news is that we have brought ourselves back into a respectable contender area. Although the Lightning are right ahead of us. Great. Okay. So with that being said, and Puljujärvi being, I just don't know. Do I just want Puljujärvi back instead of Lizotte? I think so. Puljujärvi goes right back there. And is Fogle still down? How long was Warren Fogle injured for? So we have Puljujärvi down there. Does Puljujärvi work on the first line? He kind of does. He gets the +1. What's Phil been doing on the first line so far? In 5 games played, he's got 6 goals. He's such a beast. Such a beast. He doesn't fool around. Now he's got players to actually play with. All right? He doesn't have to friggin' pull Nick Antropov and Grabowski and Bozak to a point-per-game season. Good God. All right, beautiful. Puljujärvi now on the special teams. Where did I have you? Riley. So I think if I went... Yeah, I think if I take off Riley and I go Puljujärvi... Watch this. Was it Grigorenko? Was it because Puljujärvi is better? And then I go Phil Kessel. No, I got to get Korshkov or... Oh, it's so close. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I can get Phil Kessel at a +5 with Korshkov. All right, we'll do that. We'll leave the second line the way it is right now. I need Warren Fogle to get back so we can get that second +5. But Phil Kessel on a oh my, I'm going to put him on his half wall as well for the power play. That's going to be absolutely filthy. Oh my God. All right, so perfect. So we're just waiting on Warren Fogle to get back. From now to the end of the season, please, injury gods, please, do not hit us with anything long term, all right? I don't have the cap flexibility nor the depth to counter injuries this time around. We dealt with the injury bug last season. Chicago didn't have any injuries to deal with. Come on, don't make me have to be the only team that has to deal with injuries here. Make the computers have to deal with them too, or give me a clean bill of health. Yaroslav Halak. Damn! A lot of people making some moves here. I'm going to decline that. I cannot take in his $1.8 million of cap space. So, declining that sucker. Game up against Philly. The second game, we win that 8-3. A 4-0 loss to the Detroit Red Wings and that head coach that we were hoping that got fired. Apparently not. I guess he's playing pretty well there in Detroit. Or it's a long run. They know they're going to be shit. He's trying to grow. And Warren Fogle is back. All right, so let's get up against that game up against Arizona. It's Matthews going home. It's Phil playing against his old team. A lot of storylines now between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Arizona Coyotes. So hang on a second. Edit lines. All right, so if I take... What's Phil been doing on this first line, by the way? Let me just see it again, because I want to get Warren Fogle back in there. 10 games played, 10 goals, 13 points. What a beast. But no, we have to get the real player that we want in there. So I'm going to take Jacob Forsback, Carlson off. We're going to get Warren Fogle in there. All right, boom. Warren Fogle. Back with Matthews and Nylander, so that should help Matthews get some more points. He's got the +3 again. Tavares, Marner, Grigorenko, Phil Kessel. If I move you with Puljujarvi, oh yeah, that's nice. But no, Puljujarvi is the guy we're growing because we have one more year with him. Phil Kessel is that fourth line rental, and now look at that. Phil with Steele. It's just beautiful. I'll put Phil on his natural wing. Actually, no, in the game, put him on this side so we can snipe it. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Defensively, we're going to leave that the way it is. Special teams. Now, here's where it gets real good. Marner, Grigorenko, Puljujarvi. Who's the one I'm taking off? I got Korshkov in there, Marner. There's Kessel. So he's the new one. I could take Kessel off, to be honest. Hang on. Put Kessel there. Take Kessel off and put Warren Fogle in there. Yeah, because I'm trying to grow the young guys. So I could take Grigorenko out for Phil Kessel, but I'll save that for the playoffs. So right now, we're trying to grow Grigorenko, Bear, and Warren Fogle, all right? So Kessel, sorry, buddy, you ain't getting no power play time. You're getting fourth line ice time. Sorry, Phil, sorry. Thank God I'm not an American citizen. If he's running for office, he'd make my life a living hell after this decision. You're back in Canada now, though, Phil. Get used to Leaf coaching. All right, so what is the President's Trophy race looking like? 91 points for us, 97 for the Flyers, 96 for the Black. I told you, Chicago is going to be so good. I want to take a look at that team, the team that beat us in the Stanley Cup Finals last year. Hang on a second, because they got better. We brought in Phil. Who do they get? DeBrincat, 89, Strome, 90. He's still exact elite. Nylander, 88, Kirby Dack, Jaden Schwartz they kept. Hyman, 84. Damn it, you sons of bitches. Hyman's an 84. He just grew. Stanley Cup winner. Duncan Keith, good. Keith dropped off. Good. Their blue line looks a little bit weak. But in the net, they still have fucking Anderson. He was 33 and he has his exact elite. It would have been perfect to sign him. He would have been fine throughout the Matthews window. I made the wrong call there. Oh. All right. So we got Warren Fogle back. We just need to get to the end of the regular season. Hopefully we don't have any injuries. So I'll go down here to the last game of the season. If we can win some, you never know. We could steal this President's Trophy. But we got to just go on like a 6-game winning streak right here, all right? So there's a win against Vegas, against LA, a shootout loss against the Florida Panthers, a win up against the Ottawa Senators. So we're getting points here. We've had like a point streak now dating back to Detroit at the beginning of the month. That's a 7-3 win over Boston. There's a big 6-2 loss, though, to the Pittsburgh Penguins. We needed that one. Yeah, look at that. It's a nice little stretch to the end of the year. I think we're going to take our division for the second time in 2 seasons, back-to-back. Let's see. Yeah, we've passed by the Tampa Bay Lightning. They only have 94 points. Jesus, they've been losing games. They've been stuck there. The Leafs, though, yeah, we're not going to catch the Flyers. They're way too good. But we are going to win our division once again. So congratulations, Leaf fans. Pat yourselves on the back. Come on, last game, no shenanigans. Last game, no shenanigans. No shenanigans. No shenanigans. Yes! And the end of the season, Well, we come to the end of the season here in year number 3, and your Toronto Maple Leafs have won their division once again. Beautiful. All right. I really like that. Let me save this game. So we have the veteran Phil Kessel. We have the core that is better. We have 2 goaltenders, so I'm very happy with that, just in case. But we don't have any injury depth, so I'm hoping for just a nice, clean playoff run. So let's take a look at these individual player stats and team stats, because now, when we started the video, we had like 40 games played. Now, we will be able to see which stats have trended in which direction. So Atlantic, yeah. All right, so goals for per game, we're definitely scoring more. That went up real good. I'll get to your donations and subs after we're almost done here. So that's really good. We're scoring goals. Goals against per game went way down. Oh, yes. We're the best defensive team in our division. The second half of the season was a President's Trophy second half. If we played like that the whole year, if I made the right line changes the whole year, yeah. Oh, yeah. Power play percentage, 23.4. Oh, yeah. Second best. Penalty kill percentage, 82.4. Have no clue whatsoever why our penalty kill went better, but this is, we have all the right stats here. Our last 10, 8-1-1. So we're coming into the playoffs on fire. On absolute fire. Let's take a look at these individual player stats for the Toronto Maple Leafs. John Tavares with 87 points. Matthews slowed down a little bit there. That first line was all over the place the entire year, but he's here, and hopefully we can get him playing in the playoffs. William Nylander, 76 points. Mitch Marner. Yeah, so William Nylander and Mitch kind of slowed down there a little bit. The power play, though, look at them. They're killing it on the power play. Phil Kessel, 58 points. Let's see what he did here in Toronto. The Arizona games played don't count. In Toronto, he had 21 games played, 15 points, +2. Yeah, and he was on the 4th line for a lot of that, so that's a big, big acquisition. Pulley Harvey, 50 points. Grigorenko, 50 points. Warren Fogle, 45 points. There's my middle. Sam Steele, Richie. Yeah, we could definitely move on from Sam Steele after this year if Robertson's the guy. And then defensively, let's see. Morgan Riley, 44. Yes, Ethan Bear. So that's what we needed. That's our first year where we got Ethan Bear growing. The first season where I got him +5 on the first line, +5 on the power play. And look what he did. 43 points, a +36. Does that remind you of anything that we've seen in the past with Seattle? That's the Jake Bean type season. +5 with the defensive defenseman, +5 on the power play. You'll see that plus minus way up there. And what is he now? He's 82? He should be 82, 83, 84 for next season. And Shillington as well. I got him 34 points. He should grow as well. He should be up to 81, 82. Look at the big jump for him. So yeah, I'm going to get these guys to grow. Liljegren, a minus, but don't worry. Him and Riley are going to be fine. They have the potential to help them out. And then Marc-Andre Fleury, yeah, he got his stats back under control, but a great backup year for Jonas Korpisalo. So I'm happy that we have him signed. And even with the only 22 games played, the fact that he was 16-2-3, his stats might be all right because he played decent. So there you go. All skaters. Let's take a look at who did what around the NHL first. Entire league. Tyler Seguin, the Dallas Stars. Watch out for the Dallas Stars. They loaded up at the trade deadline. They have themselves some star power there. Goals. Let's see. Patrick, yep, still. So Dallas and Chicago in the West are the teams to watch out for. John Tavares right there. Austin Matthews right there. Let's see. Defenseman. The Norris. Cale Makar, yep. And Nathan McKinnon is going to be Gonzo Alonso as well. Surprised they couldn't keep that team together and win with them. And then the goaltender situation, I'll just go the guy with the most wins with the best save percentage. It looks like it's a Vezina season for Frederick Harold Bluetooth Anderson. Oh, asset management. It's all right. Marc-Andre Fleury, you're going to come back and you are going to show them why I chose you. And then when you drop off after this season, then Korpisalo is going to show me why I decided to go with him for 4 years at the start of next season. All right? So there it is. Your year 3 regular season comes to an end. The Toronto Maple Leafs are back in the playoffs. And in round 1, oh my God, Scott Niedermayer. Scott Stevens, Martin Brodeur. There's been some badass rivalries between the New Jersey Devils and the Toronto Maple Leafs in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's about to get rekindled. All right, but new faces. Austin Matthews, Phil Kessel. But for the New Jersey Devils, Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier. Oh, baby. So we're going to do the playoffs more than likely tomorrow afternoon. Let me know what you guys think for any potential line changes or strategy options. I'm going to go with Marc-Andre Fleury game 1. I might even give him game 2, but we have that depth. And I think we're going going to move up Morgan Riley to the first line. I don't know. Maybe we'll try one game with the +5s because we've been simulating so well. But we learned with Seattle that the real-time sim and the old sim, or the quick-time sim, are maybe slightly different, right? So anything and everything, go nuts with the fan art as well. And I will see you guys tomorrow when we take it to the Year 3 playoffs. Hey guys, Johnny here, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and make sure notifications are on so you don't miss out on any new content. We also live stream on Twitch where I take days off my life for your entertainment. Sonny Gray, get out of it. You stupid pieces of shit! I should have gone with Jose for Fernandez! Oh my God, pitching change. Fernandez, get your ass in there. Oh, I swear to God, baseball God just decided to all over me. Grand slam, oh yeah. Make me miss the playoffs with a first-ranked team. Year 2, 30 games above 500, no divisional win, trip to the wild card. First inning.